All right, this is E from MarketWizards.com and eMiniWizard.com on the 12th of April, 2019, and it is 11:30, end of the second hour. We're going to do a quick wrap up, probably for the second time. First one being done without sound on it, and so those of you who can read my lips, good for you. If not, this is for the rest of you. Gotta have a sense of humor in this business, as I keep saying. Use risk capital you can afford to lose if you're playing this game. Risky business. All right, we're going to take a look at the longer term charts, the yearly charts. Going to put that into perspective. And I'm thinking of these as drivers. As a segue into this, I bumped into Anthony Crudelli, one of my buddies, really nice guy and so easy to talk with. He asked me, hey, you want to go out and play some golf? So I said, sure, why not? How you playing? He said, there's always one part of your game that's not working. You hit, you're lucky enough to get a couple of parts working. That third part doesn't work. And I said, boy, isn't that the truth? So I started to think about that. And I said, you know what? Trading is really the same way. We got different parts of the game. Well, I look at this part of the game, the yearly chart, as the driver. This is the most important chart for OTF and to understand perspective and understanding where supports are and pullback zones and whatever. And on this basis, we've said keep buying pullbacks until it stops working. So this is my driver. And using that golf analogy, this is a very important part of setting you up for a good position for your next play. The driver gets you in the fairway, not in the woods, not in a trap, not in the water, but in play where you have a reasonable next play. And this is your long-term account. This is your IRA. This is something that you're just letting work for you while you sleep. That's my belief if you are an investor and a trader, that you have something that's working that you don't have to do a lot of messing around with. You just let it kind of float, and hopefully you're going in the right direction. And if you don't like what's happening, you can always, say, okay, I'm out. Just give me sidelines for now. But for now, usually this is when you're starting to understand the rhythm of a buy, you're watching for higher highs and higher lows. So that's the driver. Your fairway woods, your fairway metals, even your long iron game for those who play one irons and whatever. That's the monthly chart. We said today 1475 was our target, good fortune above. Let's use 17 as our resistance. If you want to take a short, and you should have profits you're willing to use to come backwards. And we were thinking that we would be lucky to get back under 05 to 02. Well, so far we've got there, and I think that's a fabulous trade in a day like today. Could do more, but I think that's the right place to make sure you are paid. So I'm looking at this as the fairway woods. These are our really power shots. Coming from that idea, we said, okay, that 78 is important. We said 85, 82, important. Last night I said we've got to watch this 92, 91. That's going to be important. Boom. Traps everybody here. And then Charlie buys into it. And this was what I was talking about today, was that you got to be careful now because we're going to probably squeeze, and then we're going to back and fill. And then we're going to get range trade. So that's the fairway wood, those monthly charts. Your iron game. This is a very important part. This is the weekly chart. Very important part of the game. You got to be able to understand your weekly chart and how that fits in and all these little smaller rotations. So these are going to be like your mid irons, 5 and 6 iron and 8 and 9 iron, that kind of thing. And you've got to understand that this is swing type trading. And if you want to play a great game, you have to understand these type swings and the normal range that I try to put in for now. I try to judge these by 3 to 4 boxes, and we move them as we need to. Very rarely will you get more than a 4-box move, unless it's early in the week. So you're looking for the 3 to 4-box move, and then you're looking for bounces and contras. Very important part of the game that gets you on the green, and obviously ready for the next part, which is the day trading part, which is your chipping and your putting. And we've come back 4, 5, not 6 yet. So anybody that comes back into the 40 to 50 back, that's a home run in my idea. And this is a blessing for the shorts to come back in here and trap all of the what I would think are arrogant longs who think that we can never get any pullbacks. We guessed right today saying probably going to squeeze, and then maybe we can get some either chop or get lucky and get the pullback, and then maybe one more bounce. So far, that's made me look good with what I suggested today's target would be, and the play would be hopefully get some backing and filling and then some range. So my job is done trying to help you understand how all these pieces fit together. Hopefully, you do understand that, and how we use these type of ideas, right? Here is your IB low, so you got to get back up above that. We said the overnight 12, got to be able to understand that, got to get and stay above that. We haven't, so we're backing and filling, looking for support. This has been our theoretical support. See if you could get to the 02 to 98, and I'm suggesting that this is where it gets really dicey, trying to get some more. And that's where you want to make sure that out of this trade, you get something and lock it and put it in your pocket. And when you get a little too greedy, trying a 40-footer and trying to knock it in, that's when you'll go past it maybe by 8 feet, instead of just doing your lag putt and getting it in the neighborhood. Be happy getting it in the neighborhood at all. You've done what you set out to do. Get it close to the hole. And I've said before, I'll say it again. When you are playing the game of golf or trading or anything else like that, skill is getting it close to the hole, and luck is when it falls in. I hope I've been able to share with you guys in this room some ideas. I thank my good friend Zeke for all of his posts. You guys have been one of the best groups I've had the pleasure of working with. I hope we continue to work together. Next week, the Slack room will be open, and you'll be able to, pass along ideas and help each other. By midweek, my daughter, who lives in Connecticut, is coming down with her family, so I'm going to take a little time with them and get myself then reorganized, obviously, with what's next. So I welcome your posts and comments, and your suggestions to make this a better room, to get more people in here. I hope I've given you the value that you thought you were going to get when you came in here. And I wish you well in your trading, and hope that our paths continue to intertwine. Best to all. I'll see you in the Slack room in a little bit. Be well.